welcome back to the Lurf Lurf podcast.
Lurf Lurf.
Here on the STF Network.
STF.
I had forgotten about Lurf Lurf.
I love this anime.
Oh, hey.
Lurf. Lurf.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do y'all have any banter topic? Because I just thought of something.
No, by all means, Em, what do you got?
Okay, so a friend of mine was like, hey, what's this anime business around? Like, I hear people talking
what
about
is
it.
anime?
Yeah, what's the deal, man?
Okay.
Where should I start? And so I've been,
Where do you start?
yeah, I've made a list of the weird ones that I would recommend.
Yeah.
Because he did see Death Note, and he was like, that was pretty cool. I liked that.
Wait, he didn't know what anime was, but he had seen
No,
Death
like, he
Note.
didn't know, like, what the actual shows were. Like, he's like, I know what anime is, and I know people like it, but, like, what's the show, right? And I was like,
I mean, but that's kind of like asking, like, what is young adult fiction?
But it's kind of fun.
You know what I mean?
Very
Like,
much
it's such
like
a
that,
broad
actually.
genre, you know? Like, it could be so many things.
And
you
so
know?
the first things that I sent him were very, like, a few different things. Like, I had some kind of, like, more, like, fighting anime, more, like, brain anime, more out, just, like, for example, he tried to watch Fooly Cooly, and he said, nah.
Oh, man.
Well, so here's the thing:
my
you won't appreciate
favorite.
Fooly Cooly unless you've seen other shows that
Exactly,
it references.
and that's what I
That
thought.
way
Yeah.
it can pick up on the style that it's almost lampooning.
Yes.
Right.
So I've
Yeah, that's...
put together some other options, and y'all tell me what you think. This is what I sent him.
Don't do it. That's my advice.
It's too late. I've already sent it. I just want to know if I missed one real obvious. So these are all that I have seen, and that based on what he's told me he does and doesn't like, that I think he might be interested in. Movies: Vampire Hunter D, Ninja Scroll,
I've heard of that one. I've watched that one.
Princess Mononoke,
Seen it.
Akira,
Ooh.
Yep. Great.
I love it.
Classic.
Ghost of the Shell.
Yep, seen that one.
Yep.
And then for series, Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, One Punch Man, Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Outlaw Star, Soul Leader, Elfen Lied, Hellsing.
That's it.
We're testing it. We're testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hellsing, Dead Man Wonderland, Goblin Slayer, Batum,
Okay.
Desert Punk,
Batum was cool.
yeah, and Danganronpa. And so all of those, I didn't want to give him ones that were in like the hundreds of episodes.
I feel like you need at least one or two isekais in there.
Okay.
Like the Rise of the Shield Hero would be a good one.
Okay. I haven't
At least the
seen
first
that,
season's
so
excellent.
I've got to Google that now.
I would suggest Sword Art Online, but it got a little bit long in the tooth.
Yeah, I thought about it. Like I started watching that, and I started watching Log Horizon, which is like a funnier
Log
version.
Horizon's awesome.
Yeah. But I don't know how many seasons either of those have accumulated now.
Log Horizon had 2, maybe 3 seasons.
Okay.
I'm just going to say this because it's my favorite anime and I don't know their preference in any way. But I have to preface by saying this is not a recommendation for the entire series universe. All right. There's a bunch of versions of this show, but Fate Zero specifically
Okay.
rocks my socks.
Rocks my
I
sock.
don't care about any of the other Fate shows, just Fate Zero.
Okay. Well, that's another one I'll have to give a go.
Another good one that I think you would like or need to watch anyways, Emily, is Free Run.
Wait a minute.
I've heard
Frieren?
that recommendation
Free Run,
lately.
it's
Yeah.
really good.
I
How you
also have
spell
heard that it's
that?
very good and need to...
Freirren, I believe.
You know what's funny is you're naming off all these animes. It occurs to me, is as much as I am considered the weeb here, everybody but Adam, I think you've all seen actually more anime than I have.
Well, that's your fault.
Those are rookie numbers, man.
I'm not trying. I'm not going out of my way. You know.
Well, you're just interested in Japanese stuff in general, like.
Yeah,
Weeb adjacent.
The weeb thing is
Weeb
just
adjacent. I've often
presumed
said that.
to be anime focused,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. But hey, look, Fully Cooley is my favorite. Like when I was like a 14-year-old kid, that shit hit just right. You know what I mean?
There was another one.
I don't know
that
if it
was
holds
crazy.
up. I have no clue if it holds up.
I haven't seen it in like 10 years, but I remember being
been
in
way more than
college
10
and going like, wow, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It is. It's fun. And also,
This one's American, but Blue Eye Samurai. Did you mention that one? I was having some mic problems.
Oh, no, he actually watched that. And he was like, I really enjoyed that.
It's a good show.
And it's like,
Yeah.
well, I'll watch it. Okay.
Did you say Samurai Champloo?
No, I almost put that on there, but that's another one that I hadn't watched. All of the
Heath
ones that I
liked
mentioned,
Oh, God.
I've seen.
Yeah, Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop. Just like do both of them.
Just do
yeah,
it.
Cowboy
That's so
Bebop.
good.
I mean, Cowboy Bebop is actually one of the major influences on Fly Free or Die. I don't, you know.
I had gotten
So
a little bit
I
of
certainly recommend every.
As you can tell by the correlation between Hestia and Spike Spiegel being basically the same
yeah.
that.
character.
Absolutely.
you know?
Yeah.
I love the kind of
100.
woman that will just fucking
Easy.
kill me.
It'll just kick my ass.
Just kick my ass. Yeah. I mean, really fuck me up.
Yeah, Samurai Champloo's awesome. Like, I love Cowboy Bebop as well, but like that Edo period with the hip hop soundtrack for Samurai Champloo just hits.
All right. Well, you
it's so
sold me on
hard.
it. Okay.
That's
John,
the thing
what
about
about
the.
you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just curious. John hadn't said too much. I know John has seen. He might not want to say so on air right now.
No,
Now, if you want to talk about a special brand of anime, we can talk about that.
no. Let's get away from that. Thank you. No, actually,
channel
it's
for
more
that.
so listening in on people's interests because I know what I like. Okay, and so I don't try necessarily to endorse anything unless somebody's actually truly interested, kind of in the similar situation that you're presenting with your friend Emily. So like, for example, like with Heath, you know, I drew up a list of things that he might like, and some of them landed and some of them didn't, you know, and which was great because it was the discovery that now it's a
Now I like
normal
anime.
topic now. Yeah, it turns out.
No, John.
Heath
John
likes
is
anime. You
John
know?
is my anime saint. Like I'm sure I infuriated John to no end because I was very snarky and dismissive of anime. Other than like,
No. I actually didn't think that at all because I thought like sometimes like you're too cool for things sometimes.
no,
All the time.
it was that. I've been like really trying to work on myself, so y'all should fuck out. I'm trying to
you're
literally
good.
be nice to John right now. But I was like being a shithead about it. But I got to a point that I was like, I realize about myself that I'm writing off like a whole genre of a thing, and I don't like to do that. But I know I have some hangups, like just some tropes and tendencies in animes that are immediate like turnoffs for me.
Oh,
you
same.
know?
But I mean,
And
if there's a
harems and
genre, I mean,
shit.
if there is a market that deservedly has that kind of like that can lead to writing off a whole thing,
Right.
anime can kind of does that to itself sometimes. That's the thing about
Yeah,
it. is
for
that-
sure.
Yeah, so I get
Yeah.
where
Me
your
and John
head
went
was at
through-
originally.
Hours of discussions about it, and he like I narrated. I was like, I hate this thing, and I don't like this. I don't really want to deal with like high school stories and stuff like that.
Yep.
And he made me this awesome spreadsheet master list, and was patient enough to like we I think we did 2 or 3 animes that we were. It's like, okay, do the 3-episode test, and he watched like we'd get in a Zoom call and we'd simultaneously watch the show, give it 3 episodes, and I'd tell him how I felt, and then we'd move on to something else, and then we got to Fate Zero, and like John could tell you, like he watched that whole show with me, and it was the first time I've watched an anime other than like Samurai Champloo or Cowboy Bebop, but like I got like animated about it.
He
pun
got
intended,
locked
I guess.
in on
But
that. It's like that cinematic
jumping
scene
up
where
and
you see
down,
like the
like, oh
pupils
my
kind of like just
God!
go big. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it was. He like what's the word? He connected to it, you know?
Very nice. All right, before we move on, Emily, I don't know if you know this, but I feel like you may enjoy knowing this. Okay,
Go on.
as you alluded to. Okay, do you know that the word hentai does not mean what we think that it means?
Doesn't
It's
it
just
just
like
mean
pervert.
pervert?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, so y'all do know that,
Yeah.
right? Okay, it's like hentai is a person. The word hen is like just like weird, strange, unusual, off, right?
Okay.
Oh, so this is hentai table fellows.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Well, what does tie mean?
It's,
What is semantics?
It's just in that context, it just like the person
Makes it a person.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, then you are this. I'm all right with that. One of these days,
But
I'm going
things-
to get me one of them hats Steve has.
Yeah, with the rhinestones on it.
It's like mirrors. It's
Very-
like mirrors,
yeah,
and it
it's-
just says hentai.
Is that what it is? It's mirrored. Okay,
It's
yeah.
great. It's a good time. It's a good
Very
time.
nice. Very nice. So speaking of hentai, let's play some Starfinder.
I hate that transition
I
so
know.
much.
I was sitting here quiet and
worst
peaceful, letting you
transition.
guys have this. But if this is a speaking of hentai, let's go do some of that.
No.
I don't want to do the thing.
I'm out. I'm out.
God, you guys never want to do anything I want to do.
I'm gonna go jump back in the ocean if that's okay.
Okay, we have a lot of setup as we get into this. So
Okay.
Proceed.
it's been a hot minute since we've played Lurf, so I just want to kind of quickly reorient everybody to what's going on. Right, you've all arrived. Well, you're on the planet Intha. Okay, you've
Knew
all
that.
arrived at the terraforming platform Terra 5, which is I'm going to say it's some tens of thousands of leagues under the sea. The depth is nebulous.
Well, it's probably not, because like even the book 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea is not about the depth. It's like how far they went while they were under the sea.
Thank you for letting me know that. I am not any kind of marine explorer, so my knowledge on that
I don't know
is-
that they
is
actually went that deep.
sadly
in that,
insufficient.
story.
You know what, bro? Same.
They certainly didn't go 10,000 leagues deep,
No, that was Journey to the Center of the Earth.
because you can't.
I'll go to. So,
I guess it's just the phrasing. I think it's 20,000, isn't it? 20,000 leagues under the sea. When you say
No,
under
it's
the
10,000.
it's 10,000 leagues under the sea?
20,000?
Boy.
Yeah, the book is 20.
I can't read.
Yeah, it's 20,000.
Yeah, it's
leagues under
20,000.
the sea.
Okay, all right. I'm glad we sorted that out.
We're brilliant.
It's about 70,000 miles, though.
So what about that
So-
setup, bro?
70,000
Good luck going
miles
that deep.
away?
Yeah, like they went underwater and then traveled 70,000
I
miles.
see. Oh,
So
okay.
good luck going that
20,000
deep, like
leagues
straight down 70,000
while being
miles.
under the sea.
While
Right.
submerged.
Yeah,
They
yes.
couldn't
that's
put
the point I was
well-being-
making.
They couldn't put well-being on the cover. It was too long.
Yeah. We ran out
Yeah,
of print.
but you like physically couldn't go
it's way
20,000
too.
leagues.
Yeah, I
under
don't
the
know
sea.
how far a league is. I'm American. We use miles.
I just died.
I see
league is
that.
3
I see
miles,
that.
A league is 3
miles.
struggling over
miles.
there.
Yep, or 4,828 meters.
Where did y'all learn? Did you Google that just
Yeah.
now, or did you just know
I googled
that?
the meters part. I already knew how far a league was. I read a lot of fantasy.
Fair enough. Yeah, and so you've Googled that
about a
before because you
fathom?
didn't learn it in Mississippi.
No, I didn't.
Public school.
I didn't memorize. No, I didn't. I teach science and I don't teach leagues. You know, like we doing meters is like, hey, I know this isn't what we normally do here in America, but we're gonna learn the metric
because
system.
everybody else. I'm fully on board with swapping to metric when all the boomers die. I fully support
I am
that
too.
100%.
I'm the only one I feel like in the school that I teach in, but I do that constantly. I do a whole segment like a 7-day rotation, both grades, where I do like a measurement scavenger hunt, just to teach you how to use tape measures and yardsticks and measure different things, right? But every time I'm like, I have to explain, because it's 3rd and 4th graders, right? But I have to explain the metric system versus the American standards that we have. And every time I'm like, the metric system is just better and easier to understand in all ways. We're the only country that doesn't use it, and we should.
Well, when we do that, can we get rid of the daylight savings time situation?
I thought that was supposed to be already a thing.
I thought so,
I don't
too.
know why this
And
keep
yet,
getting...
here we
Is it
go.
Arizona that refuses to do it?
Yeah,
There's
Arizona's
Okay.
based as hell for that too, man. They just said, "Nah, I don't think so."
I
don't think I
so.
will.
We're
reckon.
opting out.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
conscientious objector.
It's about the only thing that they got going right. Sorry, Arizona listeners.
Damn,
That and the cacti,
The Cardinals won a Super Bowl one time.
They've got
This is just a personal nitpick about daylight savings time. You've got standard time and daylight savings time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We spend more days of the year in the daylight savings time than we do in the supposed standard time.
yes.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yes. I concur.
Well, because it makes the word
you're-
standard
all that
meaningless,
saving,
right?
man. You're
Yeah.
saving
Yes.
all that daylight.
Saving so
Well,
much
I
daylight.
feel like I'm fully caught up to where we are at in the show now. After
Yeah,
this
for sure.
conversation.
After
That's all we need to
that
do.
point
riveting
point
discussion.
two.
Yeah, no, I'm totally caught up with that. Was a great recap, Zach. I appreciate it.
I'm glad I could facilitate this fantastic recap of the metric system.
So anyways, about a league under the water.
About a league or so under the water, I guess.
3 nautical miles.
You arrived at Terra 5, okay? When you showed up, you realized, oh, fuck, this place is scuffed, okay? It's as the kids say, it's quite scuffed.
I think we should take 5 minutes to define scuffed. And
Can we?
The etymology of scuffed.
Just go to UrbanDictionary.com and look up scuffed in your own time, okay?
You're welcome.
Anyway, you...
Old man complains about banter and then complains about slang.
Yeah,
His shoulders hurt,
My
y'all.
shoulders, yeah.
He's
It's
so
gotta
old,
be
he's just a
punchy.
little grumpy.
Dave Tucker.
I'm going to give myself the curmudgeon tag on this.
Yeah. So, you believe that Shan is here, right? Shan
know-
being Tarika's daughter.
We know that Shan's here. Or at least
You know...
there's a diving suit with her name on it.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so we did actually.
Yeah.
We got
We
the
like-
names of all the individuals who were here on.
Came out of the water and looked at the suits.
Yes.
That's the last things I remember.
Very good, very good. That's perfect. So you know Shan's here. You know you got to find her. You saw as you came in that this platform it's got a central ring, right, with an octagonal shape to it, and each of the it has arms on each of the sides going out to like essentially pods that are on the perimeter. Okay, so you're gonna have to go around, explore these pods, figure out what's going on in this place. And again, this thing is actively flooding,
And also on the edge of a cliff, right?
and
Right.
also perched
Right.
precariously on the edge of a trench. Yes. How deep that trench is, who knows? It could be
20,000
tens
leagues.
of thousands of
20,000
leagues.
Tens of thousands.
We have no idea. There's no way
Well,
to know.
in a science fantasy game, it could be. The planet could be large enough to support that kind of aquatic depth. you know?
But when I said you were that far down already, you told me I was.
Well, that's
Well,
insane. I can't solve that kind of
that
pressure.
was my Earth brain.
That was, yeah.
It was the
Kicking
amount
in,
of time
you know?
that it took us, and as nebulous as time is in this game, it was the amount of time that it took us to get to the depth that we are, and we were struggling to get there.
The show.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
Who's to
Okay.
say?
Who's anyway?
Figured it
who's
out.
to say? So
Leagues are
here
nebulous.
is the deal. As we move through this facility, we are going to be moving in turn order.
Oh boy.
And
That's
the
fun.
reason why is because I've said 100 times, time is nebulous until it's not.
Until it's
Yeah,
not.
we actually said that at the end. We celebrated our 75th episode with finally honing in time to a tangible and relatable concept.
Yes, as of right now, until you get this situation under control, time is very tangible and concrete. So, we'll all be moving in turn order.
All right, so we need to roll some initiative.
Yes, in just a second. I have
Okay.
more things to explain.
All right.
All right. As you are looking around this room, you can tell that the room is sealed with hatches leading in and out of every room, right? Now, the way the station is set up, you cannot have more than one hatch open at a time. Okay? You open one hatch, another hatch will close.
Yeah,
Okay?
that makes sense.
Now, I have a chart here that has every room in this bad boy and what its water level is.
Okay.
Whenever you open a hatch, any water that's in the room that you open is going to come spilling into the room that you are currently occupying. Okay? That water level will then have to stabilize. Okay? There are a number of water levels from 0 to 6. Okay? And I'm explaining all this again. I don't like playing a game where you don't know the rules. So these are the rules. Okay? Each level from 0 to 6 comes with certain penalties that you will be subject to based on, how high that water is, right? Mainly it's going to affect your movement speed or whether or not you have to swim or whether or not there is air, essentially, So every time you open a hatch, you never know how high the water level in that next room is going to be. And every round that we go, the rooms that are flooding, the water level is going to increase. Right? Every round. So, I've got to do a bunch of calculating, kind of behind the screen as we move through this thing. Of course, once we roll initiative, if you want to swap your turn orders, that's obviously very fine. There may be something that somebody needs to do, a skill that somebody needs to perform that one person is better suited for.
Yeah, we're mostly tracking rounds.
We're
more than
mostly
anything.
tracking rounds. Yep. I mean, movement speed certainly,
Right.
but mostly rounds to determine what the water levels are going to be at. Now, if this place gets too flooded, we're all going off the edge into that trench. We're going 10,000 leagues straight down that trench.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Oh, we're trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Not
mean,
while we're
I-
in it, certainly.
I've seen the Abyss, and there's a really cool, amazing alien city down there, so...
Well,
Take me to your leader,
Yeah, but aliens are a penny a bunch here.
You're right, you're right.
Well, you know
you're right,
what?
you're right.
Good point.
You didn't have to burst my bubble like that,
Shoot.
but you did. And now I
Especially
understand.
not while we're underwater.
It's almost like we're a party full of them.
Yeah, burst your bubble while we're underwater.
Worst place to bust it.
okay.
It is.
Zach, I feel like that your real life job has immensely prepared you for this particular scenario. I have to imagine that this is somewhat similar to the type of scenarios that you have to run for your classes.
Zach,
from
did you
time to time.
did you prep like a GIS model for this or anything?
No, we have a guy for that.
We have a guy for that.
Fuck that shit. We got a guy. His name's Preston. By the way, Preston is a little bit of, he's a D&D player. Over the years, I have finally convinced he is now running Pathfinder 2E for his table now. He's swapped up with 5e.
Does he listen to our show? Should we say hi,
he's listened
Preston?
to a few. I think he's listened to a few, but there's no way he's this deep. I don't think he's
Yeah.
listened to Live and Let Fly. I don't think he's more than 15 episodes, if that, into APA, you know. But in the off chance that you're listening, Preston, shout out Preston.
What's up, Preston?
Our GIS guy. The GIS, I call him the wizard.
The Wizard. Preston the
Wizard.
Wizard.
What a
Oh,
cool work nickname.
I'm into it.
Anyway, but to answer your question, Adam, a lot of like we prepare like tabletop exercises to test like certain plans and stuff like that, and I've conducted exercises with tabletops, and it's literally just GMing, but like not nearly as fantastical. You know what I'm saying? But literally, it's like, all right, this hurricane puts New Orleans underwater. What do you do? And they have to tell me what they would do in that scenario.
Can
I go,
I-
okay,
Can I roll my initiative for this with stealth?
there are no dice. Unfortunately, there are no dice. There are no character
a high
sheets. What there are operations plans, that tell you what you can. and
Let me
can't
have this
do.
fantasy.
Yeah, it's like what show was it that it's a fantasy world and they play Offices and Bosses instead of Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh man.
But
Okay,
anyway-
so I think I'm with it here. So
I think
far
you understand the premise.
I'm hip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
I used to be with it, and then they changed what it was.
Taka, 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 taka.
I rolled really badly.
I rolled
Howdy.
not well. 7.
I mean, lucky for you, we can just kind of move in whatever order we want, just one person per turn. Or each person can only go once per round, I mean.
Okay, so as it stands, we got the order of operations is Gadrick, Tia, Vincent, Morgan, Roland. Okay, so you find yourselves in this room with a moon pool. Okay, and you saw the suits. There was a suit of powered armor, like aquatic powered armor, essentially, as well that you
Yeah,
saw.
that's right. I
And
forgot
you
about that, but I was very
saw
excited.
some gear that did not appear to belong to any of the other residents.
Do we know of the ones on the wall, which one is Shan's?
The one that's
one that
Bernary
says Shan.
shaped. And it
yeah.
says Shan. Yeah, over
There
it.
are 6 on the wall. I'm talking about like physically location. Like, is it the first one up, like the farthest north, the farthest south?
Yeah,
it's
it's the one in the
Schrodinger's
middle.
armor, dude. Just pick one. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And that'll be Shan.
Well, also,
the
like, what's
reason
your
I
purpose?
ask-
Yeah.
The reason I ask is, you said this is power armor. Is this something that we can, or somebody could potentially grab and take with us, so that when we do find Shan, hey, put your armor on, put your
Oh, no.
gear on?
So
No,
the powered
those aren't
armor is
po-
not Shan's.
Oh, okay.
No.
And I mean, I as much as I am connected to Shan and want to save her, I'm not interested in only saving her. There's other people on this. You know what I mean? Like, if we were going to take all the suits, we'd take all the suits. You know? I'd be like, oh, sorry, I don't know you guys. You're going to have to drown.
Yeah, we only
Shan,
grabbed
you're
Your name
Shan
Shan?
suit.
come with us.
Your
you
name
know?
Shan? It's not what it says on the suit.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the powered armor? Because I got really excited about that last time, and then immediately, I think Adam made a comment. And I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm almost certainly going to get my hopes up and not be able to use that."
It's a fully charged suit of personal submersible powered armor. It's plugged into a charging bay. It's waterproof, compatible with standard technology, right? Fully charged, ready to go. Here's a description of it. It's essentially a personal submersible. It's...
Does it seem pretty firmly attached to wherever it is?
It sits on a rolling rack. I mean, you can certainly remove it, but you would need to be able to use powered armor
Well,
in order to
yeah, which I'm not sure that anybody but the soldier can do. But I also know that it takes some time to get into that. And
Yeah, I don't have those
That is
rules.
true.
I
It
don't
might
have
be
those
something
rules.
we want to use later once we stabilize the base.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's bulky and bulbous armor, okay, consisting of pressure-resistant plates with durable seals. Retractable ridges along the armor's arms, legs, and back function as fins, providing increased mobility in water and most fluids. The armor does grant you a swim speed, and it allows you to breathe underwater and endure pressure of thick atmospheres and great depths. I in my head, it's Big Daddy armor from.
That's,
Okay.
that's what I'm picturing.
That's appropriate.
Without the drill,
for sure.
right?
Yeah, there's no drill, and it does have. I mean, it does damage, right? You can do an attack with it. 1d10
Sure, it probably
piercing
is.
damage. It's 1d10 piercing damage.
Well,
Why
maybe
not?
that's
Let's
a
sit here.
fucking
You know what? Maybe it's got the
Goddamn
drill.
drill.
It's Big
I
Daddy armor.
mean, that makes sense. What's
it's-
Wintermorn here for? The drill.
That's right.
Is it strength rating? Is that the minimum strength you have to use it, or does that change your
You have-
strength?
you
That's a
have to
very
have-
good question. One that I don't know have the answer to.
So that's going to be the strength of the armor, I believe. And the thing is,
Because it's 18.
yeah, to determine whether you can use it or not, you have to have power armor proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, if you don't have that, you take a -4 penalty to both EAC and KAC. Always flat-footed and off target, and you move at half speed. So, like, and if it has a special form of movement, such as fly or swim, you can't even use that movement. So,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't think, this is weird, because I don't think soldiers even get access
I was
to...
just about to say that. I didn't want to interrupt you.
You don't
but
get it till
yeah,
7th level, right?
Exactly. Well,
Oh.
it's definitely not under my proficiencies. Yeah, power armor is not a part of my proficiencies from what I'm seeing here.
Well, it is, but it comes
It's heavy,
online.
light, and shield is what I've got for armor.
Yeah, but it comes online, like, for you.
Right, yeah. I'm saying currently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a giant cock tease armor. Cool.
Yep.
Dope.
That's what. That's
Just
what.
drag
that's
it along with us. Don't worry, we're coming,
That's what it's
Shan.
all about. So, that
what it's all
being
about.
said,
Goddamn.
as far as turn goes, I will allow, discussion. That's fine, right? But when it comes to making actions, you know what I mean? We got to make our actions in.
Right.
Internal.
Within the
Right.
boundaries. Yep.
So, with that being said, we are now in turn order. I'm now keeping track of rounds. What would you like to do? Gadrick, you're up first.
Well, I'm gonna pass my turn. I'm gonna let.
Well, let's just
I'm gonna let
talk
somebody
for a
else-
second. Let's just talk.
Or let's figure out where.
Yeah.
What's.
I don't
make
think,
a game plan, I guess.
I don't think we should open this one to the north, because that's probably the other half of the central hub. And having that open brings a lot of water into our central hub. So I think we should explore one of the tendrils first, which I presume is one of the four
You
other
have four.
doors.
You have four options. You've got east, west, southeast, and south doors that you can open.
Yeah, we don't really know the layout on how this is actually
Sure
shaped.
don't.
We
gotta-
have an idea based on an octagonal circle. But
Question.
that is it. It
Question.
doesn't really.
Zach, is there any labels over any of the doors?
Good question.
I did not in the text.
It's not specified?
It's
Alright.
not specified at all. There is nothing
Okay.
that says it says something over these things.
All right.
like medical bay or something
Yeah,
like that.
there's- I mean,
labels. Yeah.
If there is, and that was supposed to be in, and it was left
Well,
out by
yeah.
the writer, that may be the case, but
There's
it's
no
not in the
directory
text.
map here at all saying you are here.
You are here.
I think we should take the west door first.
I like it.
I was gonna say the east, but
I
you're
was gonna
closest
say
to the west.
southwest.
So.
Well, I was going to say west because it's the one that's furthest away from all the other doors.
Yeah, actually, I like the west because I get my full movement, and then I can open the door because Starfinder is silly about actions and opening doors.
Right.
All right, West is the best. Let's just go.
I love it.
Everybody got your stuff on, right? Everything's
Yeah.
ready
I
to
got my
swim.
boots.
Yeah.
I got
I
my
imagine we
boots
still
tied
have
around
our.
my belt buckle, so
Yep.
I got my finned paws going. And I got my environmental protections on. We're ready to go.
Okay.
We all got our environmental protections. Exactly. Okay.
I'm double checking that there isn't something you need to roll in order to open a hatch. I'm just double checking. I didn't
If
see
it's strength,
anything.
they got it for days, baby.
And if it's engineering, I've got that,
There
or
you go.
computers, or athletics, or
It doesn't
acrobatics.
say anything about there being there.
I mean, it just sounds like the limitation is only one door can be open at a time. So, like, that's
Yeah,
the
well,
that's
and
the
it takes
puzzle.
a movement action to open the door.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
right.
Right.
Kick that door. Open.
Right.
Yeah, we'll open.
All right, so you're going to unpause the game for us.
Oh, I do need to unpause the game, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Daddy.
Garrett's
All right,
going to move
so-
25 feet.
25 feet to the west.
Okay.
And he's going to open this door. And what does he see? What happens?
So, in here, you see... me just... Golly, man. I thought I knew what all these numbers were, but I don't.
That's just you
Numbers.
just described to me.
Dang old numbers.
What do these numbers mean?
Yeah, I mean, so you're looking at a hallway, okay? So essentially, there's two portions of the hallway. There is the hallway that runs around the perimeter of the inner octagon, okay? And then there's a hallway that goes out to the westernmost pod there. Now, as you're looking around this hallway, you see just lots and lots of like wiring and conduit pipes and maintenance gear and all kind of stuff like that. Okay, just kind of clogging that corridor. So anytime you're moving through any of these hallways or that outer ring, you will be considered, if you're medium or larger, you will be considered squeezing.
Oh,
So it doesn't affect you, Gadget.
Doesn't affect Gadrick. Gadrick's
Nope.
going to make a quick lap around the place next turn.
All right, however, the good news is there does not appear to be any water on this side of the
good.
the
Yet.
hall of the hatch.
Yet.
Excellent. All right.
All right, well, that's Gadrick's action and movement for this round.
Okay. All right, Tia, you're up.
I mean, I don't want to split off or do anything crazy, so I'm just gonna kind of move. Which you can lump me and Mantis together. We're both medium, so
Okay.
we could squeeze together. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna try kind of catch up to the group. I'm on the far right side of the room compared to everybody else, so I'm just gonna use my turn to get up there. Because I don't want to like go ahead of everybody and trigger some stuff.
Okay.
And then I mean, I'm assuming there's not any kind of like computers or engineering I could do to try to just figure out more about the layout or anything. That's all I've really got that I could do other than just like follow the leader here.
Not right now. Whenever we
Okay.
get to specific points that there might be a prompt for something like that, I'll give you that prompt for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I would
Sounds
go
good.
ahead and use your second action to move out, maybe. I mean, if we're on a time limit, this thing's filling up.
Correct. Yeah, and you're going to want if you want to explore any other rooms, you have to close that hatch behind you. You see?
Yeah, so everybody's got to get through it.
Everybody's got to get through.
Okay. Well, I came in it. There's 3 doors. There is, like, I came in the room going to the west. So in this first room, there's a door to the north and a door to the south, and then there's a door at the end of a hallway continuing west.
Right. So the door at the end of the hallway continuing west goes to the pod that's farthest west. North door keeps going around the perimeter. South door keeps going around the perimeter.
And so Mantis is like, all right, we've got 3 doors here. I don't know. I hesitate to open one until you give me the say-so, Captain.
Understood. Yes, let's just all get out so we can close the door.
Okay.
Aye, aye.
Vincent, moving into the hallway. Moving anywhere else in there?
Yeah,
I can only move 20 feet.
Yeah,
but you can double move
You can
if you
double
want
move.
to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Of course I can double move. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to...
Kind of make space for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's go
yeah,
all
yeah,
the way
yeah.
west. So get as far west as you can in your total movement.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, because part of this puzzle is like
The
figuring
doors.
out
Yeah.
which door we're going to next. Getting everybody as close to it as we can so we can kind of huddle up and like waste as few turns. Like we don't want to have a turn where somebody's straggling in the hallway.
Right.
Right. And plus, me being the slowest, I need to be up front.
Yep,
So I need
totally.
to be using my movement as far as possible.
Very good. I like it. All right. Morgan?
Morgan is also going to move into the hall. It's going to have to
Suspected
double
you might.
move.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure.
Now, you said that hallway was difficult terrain, correct?
It's
Squeezing,
You're squeezing.
Squeezing.
Yep.
Okay.
You're
which
squeezing.
means our ACs are reduced.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Just imagine like you know,
A loading squeeze in a video game.
yeah, you could say a
like
loading.
lights
going between the
Say
rocks,
like
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a corridor in a submarine or something where it's like you
Yeah.
know it's tight. There's pipes and all kind of shit
I gotcha.
around you. It's not exactly made
Conduits
for
and stuff, so
leisurely
it's like-
strolls. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And the captain.
All right, so Gadrick's still in the room, so Gadrick, you're going to have to use an action to close the door. Unfortunately,
So when we close one door, does the other one automatically close?
No.
Ah, fuck me. All
Wait.
right.
What do you mean?
so, like,
I think
say
you
if
meant to
I
say
were
if we
to-
open a door, does the other one
Yeah.
close?
Sorry, if I go all the way over and I open
That's-
this door, does the previous door automatically close?
I thought that's what you said originally when you
or do we
when
manually
you
have
open
to
one.
close a door and then open another one?
Right. That's my understanding of how these mechanics work. Is that
Yeah, I would think that would be-
you can't have an open door and open another door. Right. You have to close one door before you can open another door.
Have
Right,
the-
I don't
They should
think
have
it would,
automated that shit.
well, but it's also disabled. You know, the station is
Yeah. The
In
station.
disarray.
You,
So you gotta
you
go
can
through
actually
manual power.
disable
Yeah,
that
okay.
if you want to. It requires a very, very high strength check, and you're going to start flooding other rooms in
Right.
the
As
As water
process.
pours in.
I think
yeah.
it's more so like just being smart engineers to keep the sections
Yeah.
closed off. You know,
Yeah,
Right,
when we
yeah.
can assign kind of just have like a person, whatever two-door situation we're going on, like have one person assigned to each door and just make sure.
All right, yeah.
Close
So
one, then open
I'm
one,
just gonna
you know?
move
Okay.
in front of Vincent, and I'm leaving the space that's in front of the next door open for somebody so they can open it.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So that's the end of round 1. Top of round 2. Back to you, Gadrick.
All right, so seeing everybody all kind of stacked up on each other in this narrow corridor, Gadrick steps through and closes and locks, I guess, the door behind him.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
like works. I'm imagining
Just
these being
seals it,
like
yeah.
big wheels
Yeah.
that like doors that have a wheel that you like, kind of like a bank vault or whatever.
Right.
Sure.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah, definitely.
so yeah, he closes the door behind himself and it's like, all right, go ahead and open that other one in front of us.
Okay. Tia?
So the doors are, it's a manual thing. Like it's
It requires
but
a
it's
move
not
action.
it's not a
Required.
strength or anything. It's just a move action.
Move action.
Correct.
Okay, I just didn't know if like going to this next door, if it was going to be engineering or something like that.
You
And I was like,
can
if so,
you can
I'm
essentially
the
break the
bug for
door
job.
with a strength check.
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't
not what-
want
that's
to
not what we're
break
trying
the
to do.
door. That's not
Yeah.
what I'm shooting for. I'm just talking about the general mechanics of how these doors work. It's
a move
because
action.
It
Yeah.
just got flavored as like spinning a big
Move action. Yeah.
thing. Okay. Yeah, well, so since it's just my turn in the order, it makes no sense, but by the rules, like you can go through your allies' squares. We're already squeezing, so it's like getting up there
I
is
don't
is
know if there
insane.
are rules about
There's no
pardon me,
rules
excuse me,
that
pardon me.
that
says you can't move through an
no,
allied
but-
square while squeezing.
correct, but you are moving at half speed.
Okay. Well, that okay. On 5, 10, 15. Oh, so it would take both of my movements just to get there,
Damn.
But then,
or I could hold my turn and let you do it.
so you're riding Mantis, right?
Mantis, yes.
So
Well-
couldn't you split off your?
No,
Your
I
master
could leave
control?
Mantis. So here, listen. As Tia, my movement speed is actually higher than as Mantis.
Mm-hmm.
So I could get off of Mantis and get up there.
Is that a move action to get off of Mantis?
Okay, all right. Here's what I want to know. How
So,
I need you to describe logistically how you are riding a mount through allied squares while squeezing? Because that just seems crazy to me.
I mean, I just made that same point, and
Yeah.
like the discussion I'm having is about not doing that.
Okay, great.
But let me look at something because there might be a workaround right here.
I mean, honestly, man, the easiest workaround is to hold
Delay.
your turn and
Yeah.
let somebody else
Let
open it.
Vincent open the door.
I think that actually it would be to double move as Mantis and use Tia's action to open the door. Would it not?
Because of master control, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
There you
problem
go.
is like that.
But then you want me to logistically
I
explain
don't. I
squeezing.
think it's funny that that's a thing that you can do per the rules.
Well,
Right,
here's-
that's
Trying
why I
to
said it didn't
picture
make
it,
sense.
it's just
hold
like
on. So,
wild.
let's take the temperature down just a second. So, Zach, this is a very, very specific encounter that,
Yeah.
of course, no designers could
Could account for.
could
Yeah.
account for the potential for. So, you're going to have to just make some calls as a GM of what makes sense for you, right?
It's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to point out the absurdity of how
Right, but then you put that
reality
burden
and
of us
rules
like
interact
trying
sometimes.
to break reality to beat your puzzle, and none of us
Yeah.
want to do that. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I know. It's fine. Tia can certainly ride Mantis squeezing through an allied square unless there's a rule that says that she can't.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
Fine
anything
with
in
me.
squeezing that prevents that. So,
Okay, cool. Yeah, then it's just, I mean, my thought is, for one, like, let's not get hung up on it. For another, like, I'm an awesome engineer who makes very adaptable, but so, like, I just imagine there's, like, a process where it's like, I've got a slim mode or whatever, you know, like,
Oh, excuse
like,
me.
like
Pardon me.
align all the
Excuse me.
legs
Yeah.
and, like, you know, have the sections of chitin, like, narrow up,
I like that.
you know?
Me scoozy.
Yeah.
Compact.
All right,
Okay.
so now I can open the door.
Can't
after all
open
of
the
this.
door with your
Okay.
action.
and you need
I
to,
did it.
You need to move Mantis up to Tia's spot. There you go.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to link them because that's like a constant.
Would be cool.
Yeah,
I think there is
the
a
way
mod
you would
that
do
can do
that
that,
is
but I
to
don't know.
like to drag and grab both of your tokens and move them simultaneously.
I don't think he can move Mantis.
Yes, he can. He just did.
Oh, he just did that. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like me to wait till you all get into the room so that you can see what's in the room to describe it? Because right now Tia gets a brief glimpse, but you're all moving up, right? What do you?
Go ahead and describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell us because I can. You're describing it, and that's what is being seen through Tia's eyes, which you guys will see in just a second.
Okay. All right.
I imagine
so.
there's water.
All right, so Tia, as you kind of glance around here, you see machine parts just strewn all over this dark and crowded workshop. The only light emanates from a control console showing a video feed of the terraforming base as seen from right outside. The smell of oil and grease fills the air.
Okay, seems like a mechanical bay of some kind.
Okay, that your turn?
Yep.
All right, Vincent.
Okay, so Vincent, clearly not needing to get out of this hallway, is going to move forward.
Remember, you're moving at half speed.
Yep. So that's 10 feet right there. That's
Yep.
one action, and then another 10 feet.
Technically, by the rules, you couldn't do that because you'd be ending in an ally's square.
Oh yeah.
Well, how do we want to do that?
If you can use a
Whole
full
turn?
action to
Full action to run.
you can use it.
well,
Yeah, you can travel straight.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
I
not
don't
through
think
an,
you can
not
do
through an
that
allied
I don't
You
think
square.
you
can't
can
run
run
while
through-
squeezing.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're
or
technically
difficult terrain.
entangled.
Yeah.
While you're squeezing, and entangled condition means you can't run.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
But
you just have to
if
hold
the
till
GM
after.
wants to fiat it and say, "Hey, you're just doing your two actions all together," so we can not bother with it, you could do that.
See, that's the thing, is that does not sound fun to me. Okay, to be like, no, you can't do that. You gotta.
Hey,
we start
you just
getting
tell us what you want us to do, man. We roll with you, buddy.
You
don't
just
have
move
to-
however
yeah.
you need to fucking move, okay?
Vincent
That's how,
activates
all right?
slim mode. Okay,
All right.
He goes
Activate
through,
slim
okay?
mode.
Vincent activates slim mode, okay? Again, if we get hung up on this, some people, listen, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. Some people may enjoy the grindy minutia of all of that.
Sure, absolutely.
I don't. So I elect to ignore it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Vincent's in the room. Morgan.
Alright. Morgan is going to also have to double move to get through the door.
The door.
The door. And I've still got movement.
Parked the car in the yard.
So they're going to step upwards just to get out of the doorway.
Okay,
And that's my turn.
very good. And Roland.
Goodness gracious. I wish Gadrick and I's positions were switched. All right, I will step through the door and go one square
Okay.
south.
You are
And then
not squeezing in this room.
correct. I would like to roll a perception check
Okay.
on whatever that thing is. Well, just the room in general, but there's some sort of tools in here. What is that I'm looking at?
Yep. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
What is that, though? You might have said it already. Like that.
I'll tell you. I mean, it appears to be a loader or something of some kind. You can roll me that
it's a
perception
loader.
check.
I'm blind until I roll a perception check. All right, that's pretty good. It's 23.
Okay. So in this room, as I said, you do see that console that is in the south wall, right? That is showing a video feed of the terraforming base, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the north side of the room, you see what appears to be some sort of remote operated vehicle or an ROV. Or
I'm getting
let's
such
call it a
sphere-
rove.
Yeah, I get such sphere vibes of this, dude. Very cool.
You also see a human male who is unconscious on the ground here, next to the ROV.
And if I had failed my perception check, I would not have seen this.
You would have
unconscious-
certainly seen the human male on the ground. Okay, you would have certainly seen that.
Okay, human male on the ground. What's he dressed in? Like lab?
He is
clothes?
dressed in like an Edge Corp,
like jumpsuit.
like jumpsuit. You know,
Yeah.
kind of yeah.
All right, so
Appropriate wear for this station.
He's
He appears to be an
unconscious.
employee. Yep, and he's unconscious.
all right, Morgan. There's a person over there. Perhaps you can tend to them.
You know, I had noticed that body too. I didn't have to roll perception for it. I just saw it. It was a body.
Yeah, just rub it in, okay? You know that's very sensitive subject with my people.
Sorry.
You understand that,
I'm
right?
sorry.
I happen to be blessed, but
I'm
I have
blessed.
many friends that are not.
Yeah, I will see what's up with that situation just as soon as it gets back to my turn.
All right. That
Okay.
would be. I think that's
All right,
my
so
whole
that's
turn
it.
because perception is
Yep.
an action or something, right?
All right, round 3. Gadrick, you're back at the hatch, the other hatch. So
All right. Do you guys want me to move in, or are
I
you
think
guys
you should-
exploring there and then coming back? 'Cause I can move freely. Like I've got the compression because of scurry, so I can move through that just fine. And even if it was difficult terrain, I can move up to 20.
I think
feet
you
of it.
should set yourself
Doesn't roll.
up to open another door.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like if that's essentially a dead end, there's no reason for me to go in the room and close the door behind us.
yeah, you don't need to close this door. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, Kat, you thinking north or south?
South.
All right. I'm gonna wait for you then. Actually, I'm gonna hold my turn until we get closer to doing it, in case something changes.
Makes sense.
Because there's no reason for me to waste my turn moving and then standing there.
Good call.
Okay.
Hold, Gadrick. We'll be right back there. Just a moment.
Okay, where do you want me to move you to?
He's not.
He'll
He's
just
holding his
insert
turn.
Not
himself.
moving.
He's gonna declare when he wants to jump back in the turn order.
Before the
Okay.
end of the turn.
Yep.
Okay, got it. All right, Tia, you're up.
Okay. You said there was like a computer terminal.
Yep, there's a computer terminal.
I would like to investigate that.
Okay, sure.
Is it to the north?
South.
South? Okay. See, I even tried to link them together and it didn't work. But yeah, so computers check? Or engineering?
Okay, so you see this console is currently turned off, right? Yep, you can attempt to turn the console on if you would like to, right? Which is it's one standard action to turn it on, another standard action to use the console.
Okay, so then I would use Mantis's movement to get up to it, and then I could use a standard and downgrade, or could I use a standard and a move? No, I couldn't.
Nope, it's two standard actions.
It's gonna take 2 turns.
Do you want to
Love-
hold your turn and let me use mine to turn it on and do that, and then you can go ahead and
I
interact
can't
with
hold
it?
my turn now because I've already moved.
Oh,
You can-
I can
you
turn it
ready-
on.
You can ready an action that once he turns it on, you can then do your computer's check.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because I won't be able to help with the computer check. Well, I can
Yeah.
aid.
And also,
Technically
like Zach is saying, we don't have to get so hung up on the particulars. The main thing about being in turn order is that we have our limited actions that happen in this round, but it's really about just tracking the whole round as a whole, you know? Question, Zach. You mentioned when you were outlining how this all goes that some rooms have water in them. Did this room have water in it?
This room did not have water in it.
All right, and did I understand correctly that at the end of each round, the water levels are rising in the places that do have water?
The places that do have water, I mean, it's steady going up, right?
Okay.
Because
all right.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Well, I got to it. If that's how we need to do it, that's fine. I'll hold until somebody else can turn it on, and then I'll jump in and use my readied action to interact with it.
Okay. All right. So, Vincent, your turn.
No. Okay. Yeah. So
Vincent,
I'm gonna move up
if you wouldn't mind, I'm too tall on Mantis here to reach the power button.
Yeah, hold on. And so he's going to go ahead, move forward, and he's
Such a
gonna
Tia
flip the
thing to
switch.
say. I'm too tall. Can you help me?
I've engineered myself into a problem.
Sometimes it's like that. That's why I don't mess with it.
He's like low
Of
key
course
kind
he
of
is.
beaming at the fact that he can provide assistance through his short stature rather than because it's normally like, oh hey, can you reach that for me or anything like that. So it's like, oh yeah, hey, actually I'm in a favorable situation right here to be able to reach down and flip that switch real quick.
Yes.
Beautiful. So now you can do your computer's
Awesome.
check.
Okay. I'm good to do that, Zach.
If you would like to, you certainly can.
Yeah, I would like nothing more than to do that instead
Okay.
of tracking more more actions that don't feel
Okay.
useful.
All right, go ahead.
I rolled a natural 19, so that's a 35
Let's
total.
go.
Okay. With that high of a score, okay, what you see here before you touch anything, okay, you see that this control panel controls the base's locomotion,
Uh-oh.
okay? Now, you also see on this console that there are several of the legs that control that locomotion which are damaged. You can roll me an engineering check if you would like to figure out what that may mean if you start going to press buttons on this console.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, engineering.
33.
33. Tia, you get a spine-chilling realization that if you press anything on this console, with these struts, right, these legs that are damaged, if you try to manipulate them in any way, you will make the situation exponentially worse.
I pushed the button.
Is there anything else I can help with?
No.
I mean that it's like, I guess, such a frustrating feeling, because it's like that's very useful knowledge to have, to know to fuck off.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and Hesty is like, okay, we're going to leave this console alone because, skilled as I am, the likelihood that we will do anything other than sending this thing closer to careening off into a chasm is it's not gonna.
It's no good.
We're not going to do anything helpful by using this computer.
Okay.
This could kill us all.
That's no good. That's not. No, we don't want to hear that. Don't do that.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Morgan, you're up.
Morgan says, okay, well, don't push any buttons, and we'll move over and medicine check this guy, I guess. Is it obvious? Is he dead?
He appears to be unconscious.
Okay. Then I will. Let me see. How many of those do I have? Oh, I'll staff a mystic cure him, or mystic healing him.
There you go. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
You can, honestly, according to this, you can revive him with just a standard action. You don't have to use a spell slot.
Oh, fuck
okay.
yes.
Then yes, please.
Yeah,
I do that.
I mean, roll a medicine check.
Yeah.
Morgan, that might be a bit of overkill. Just need some smelling salts.
You will send us careening off into a chasm if you use a spell slot on that man.
They've got like these magical energy. What are those paddles for resuscitation or whatever? Like, and they just kind of like let their hands power down.
Like a defibrillator.
Yeah, defibrillator. Thank you. So a medicine check. Here we go.
Yep.
That's going to be 16.
16. Good enough for me.
Do it. Yeah.
I'll take
Good
that.
enough for me. Yep. So he comes to, and he's just like, what?
No time.
What happened, man? Where
No time
where
for
am
this.
Who-
You're in a.
Whoa,
You're in a.
who? What?
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Wait a minute, Merle. Hello. Hi, my name is Morgan. We're here to help. We're looking for, Tarika?
Nope.
And
Shan.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, they pause a moment before saying it. Like, should we ask this person?
I think
well.
I mean, you already did.
Yeah.
But, like, I will say that I think that right now our mode is to stabilize this
Yeah.
this lab and try to get anybody we find to a safe place. You
Yeah.
know?
But time is limited, so walk and talk. Hi, hello, I'm going to help you. Have you seen Shan?
Yeah. Where's Shin? Wait. Oh, fuck.
What?
I don't know. The last thing I remember, man, like, there was some kind of explosion. What happened?
We don't know. Can you walk?
No, I don't
No.
so, man.
fam.
After the day I've had, no.
I don't think I can do that.
here, come hop on my drone, and you can ride my
Nice.
drone, and I will walk.
What's your name, dear?
I'm Dev. Who are you?
Morgan.
Y'all
I
aren't
said
the
that.
crew.
Come with me.
We
if you
are
want
a
to
crew.
live.
Nope.
Time
I mean,
to get to
yes.
the chopper.
feel like Gaddy's like, oh no, those references.
Gaddy's out there like, I know that one.
Okay, so I did want to give you a little art of Dev.
Hold on. Who is it he looks like? Reminds me of.
I don't know, you tell me.
I'm looking.
Oh, he does look like somebody that I've seen.
Ty
on the show or something.
Pennington from
Yes.
the swap thing, Extreme Makeover or whatever.
Yeah. The
Trading Spaces. That's where I originally knew him from.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. Go with that. So, anyway, yeah, like I said, Dev kind of comes to and he's like, "Wait, what happened? What's going on in this base, man?"
There's no time to talk. It's flooding. We must get you to safety and into your suit.
Whoa, hold on. You said the base is flooding?
We don't know very much. That's what we're trying to do, is trying to save you. Please, just follow us and let us get you to safety. We can discuss once we've assessed the situation.
Okay, so I'm just
Roll
going to
for
explain to
pistol
you Dev's current situation, okay? He is concussed, and for the next 3d4 rounds, he will be unable to move or operate equipment of any kind, okay?
That's fine. We're going
All
to throw him on the back of Mantis. We got a plan.
Tie him down.
Okay, so for the next 6 rounds, Dev isn't moving himself. He's like, no. Listen. We've got to stop. We got to stop the flooding.
Oh my god.
I can deploy this ROV, and do that, but I gotta get my bearings first, man.
Yes. Well, come to look. Relax for a moment. Get your
Don't
head
go to
collected.
sleep.
I do not go to sleep. I have a drone. I am a mechanic. You can ride my drone so that you don't have to operate machinery.
No, here's
Get
the
your
problem.
life together for a moment.
We now, based on what he just said, kind of want to leave him here because he said he was going to activate the rove that is here. But he won't be able to do that for, what'd you say, 6 rounds?
6 rounds.
Can I not heal him?
No.
You can, but
Will it heal the concussion?
Yeah.
it doesn't say that. This is
What do you
what
say,
it is.
Zach? What do you say?
I say that he needs to sit his ass right here for 6 rounds and then operate that ROV. Okay? That's the best thing that could happen. Now, let me present you an alternative. Okay? Dev's like, you said you're an engineer, right?
Yes.
I'm Dev.
I'm Tia.
Roland
Listen,
is visibly agitated.
I can kind of tell you how to operate this thing if you want to do that.
Yes, sure.
It's gonna take us a while. And here's the thing: somebody's got to figure out where the flooding is so that we can move the ROV into position in order to repair it. You know what I'm saying?
Is the ROV the powered armor?
No, it's the thing that's in this room. It's the
Yeah,
thing
it's-
with arms.
Oh, it's this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, mechanics-wise, the way that this will work is either Dev or anybody that you assign to operate this ROV, if they know where to send this thing, okay, you can send this thing to a room that is currently flooding on the outer perimeter, and you do some piloting or engineering checks essentially, and you can have the speed at which that room floods. Okay, so you can't stop a flooding in a room, but you can have the speed at which that room floods. So you can make things easier for your allies if someone wants to stay behind and do that, or you can wait for Dev to get his shit together, and you can radio him to move the ROV into position. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess the one kind of decider with that is that, like, okay, well, if Tia is going to do it instead, Are we still going to have to wait 6 rounds for him to figure out how to work it and stuff?
No. Just as it stands, he is unable to operate heavy machinery
But he
for
can tell
6
you
rounds.
how to do it.
But he can because you have an engineering proficiency or
background.
whatever, he can give you instructions in his groggy, concussed state, and you can get enough information in order to be able to operate that thing.
If that will save us time, I'm all for it.
That
Okay.
means that you stay here and the rest of us go out. We lock you
Yes,
in
it
this
does.
room.
But with a vehicle that I can get out into the ocean.
And we still have comms.
You still have comms. Yeah. Now, again, you is anybody else proficient in engineering or
Gadget
computers?
is.
Okay, very good.
But I think Gadric being able to move
Yeah, I
Might
think
be
you should
more
stay
helpful.
with us. I think
because he doesn't have to squeeze in those hallways.
Yep.
Okay,
And-
well that's
and-
up to you. You know,
Yeah.
but Dad's like,
Gadric should
listen,
stay with
man,
us.
I'm staying right here till we get this thing under control.
Okay, so here's a lollipop. And just make sure you keep your eyes open. If you feel yourself starting to get sleepy, just like stretch your jaw some, let some of that extra oxygen in. It's going to be great for you. All right, good luck.
So,
As Morgan kind of like finishes saying that, they like very subtly touch the captain's like shoulder, kind of like behind their arm, I guess, and just do a quick mind link and just pushing positive thoughts, deep breaths, just knowing that we have to stabilize the situation if we're going to find Shan alive. So just take stock of the situation we're in and slowly work towards making it better.
yeah, he was with you until you said slowly make sure, you know.
Alright.
But he is calmer. I mean, there's no way that wouldn't calm him down, you know. And it's like, to be clear, he's just like, he feels
Frustrated.
the fact that, well, it's not even frustrated. It's like, he's not, we just have to do what we have to do, and we can't entertain a concussed side person slowing us up when we're trying to save their life. Like, the thing is flooding actively, you know? And so Roland is just in action mode and is impatient more than he is frustrated, you know?
Yeah.
But he definitely calms himself, and he looks at Hestia and he says, oh, you're staying there, right? Is that...
If it look, we are under a time crunch. This thing is sinking, and so ideally we could get this guy to do it. But Hestia is like, I will stay. If this will get this done quicker and save the people on this station, I am more than willing to stay.
Here's the rub, right? You can't do it until we find where the flood is coming, where it's flooding into. So, do you think that we will find that within 6 rounds?
I think so, absolutely.
Okay, then yes, then Hestia should stay here.
I personally, I feel like the next door or two, either
It's
the
gonna
first or
have
second
water.
door that we open, water's gonna come rushing in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me just to kind of give you like a bird's eye view of this. It's far more critical that you move through each of the areas, figure out what's wrong in each of the areas, fix it if need be, than it is for you to like grab the survivors and take them with you. Because the more people that
Yeah.
you squeeze into a hallway, the
So
worse that it's going to
I
be.
think we're past that.
Okay.
Right. Either he's staying here by himself, or Hestia's going to stay here.
Correct.
That's the decision that we're
Yes.
making now. If we find it within 6 rounds, that means that Hestia can go ahead and do it. You
Yes.
know? And so we're banking that in 6 rounds we can find the room that is the cause of the flood. If not, well, you stayed there unnecessarily. You know.
The one of many rooms that
No,
are
that
likely flooding.
well, from what I understood, he was saying that there was one major breach, and that's where he would send the rove. But you have to find where that
Well,
breach
yeah,
is.
there could be multiple. You don't know. You just
Yeah,
don't
dude
know.
was concussed. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Right, which is another reason why it's like.
That's why I don't trust this, because he's concussed. That's why.
So okay, all right, let's just move forward. And
Okay.
we'll let the chips fall where they may. So Roland, visibly calmer now, looks steely-eyed at Hestia and says, "You've got this. Don't let him fall asleep. Keep your comms open. We'll let you know as soon as we find a breach."
Yes, you guys just move quickly.
All right.
Okay.
Come on, team out. Let's go.
As you all start to move out before we get to you, Roland, Tia, since you're staying here, you notice secured to the wall are 3 advanced emergency repair kits. Each of these are full of limited use nanites that are designed to adapt and repair a variety of machinery. The kits have light bulk. A character can use this as a standard action to restore up to 2d8 hit points to any adjacent construct that includes an android or mechanic's drone.
Yeah.
So you can add 3 advanced emergency repair kits to your inventory if you want to do that.
Is that a unique item, or is that something I've been sleeping on and should be buying every time we shop?
It all depends on how
I love it either way. Yeah.
Would it make sense for us to take one of those?
For what?
God knows what. To repair
this
whatever
is a
we
unique
find
situation.
broken. You know,
At least
like
having one.
I mean, if you want to take one just in case you run into, if the power armored has a problem, or if you run into another rove, it could be a quick fix. So,
Right.
sure.
yeah. I mean, you're not going to use all 3 right now, so and we'll give it back to you if we don't use it. But I just think we should have one on us in case.
Okay.
All right, so let's roll.
All right,
And-
so now it brings us to Roland at the end of round 3.
all right. Can we assume that Hestia can close the door behind us on her turn, so we don't have to use an action to do that?
Sure.
Right? There's no reason why that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
all right.
Hey, can I jump in at the very end of that round and just move in front of this other door?
Oh yeah, you haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
Do you want to go before me or after me?
I guess before. Give me more options. I don't know. It
Okay.
really doesn't matter to me.
All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
so then, Gadrick, your turn.
All right, so Gadget just moves. It's on a diagonal, so I can't actually get on the square, but moves scooches just a little bit to the south to
Okay.
prepare to open the door.
You're going to ready an
come
action.
next round. Yeah, I guess I could ready an action once everybody's through the hallway, or sorry, once that other door is closed.
Right.
He opens this one.
Okay. Got it. All right, so Roland.
All right, so I'm going to just start moving down the hall. So that was 5 feet. That's another 5 feet, but now it's difficult terrain. So it's all right. And then I can get to about right there. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Top of round 4. Tia, are you going to just ready an action in order to close the
She
door
should
when...
just delay her turn to the end of the round.
Yeah, I'll wait until everyone gets out, and then as soon as they do, I'll jump back in.
Or you should do it right before Gadrick's. You should delay to after Morgan.
Okay, I mean, that we're saying the same thing.
I know, I'm saying that for Zach's benefit so he knows where to move you.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Got it. Well, so actually, we go to Vincent then.
All right, so Vincent is going to proceed. That's 10 feet to the door. Then it is what's it called? Difficult terrain, so he can only move 5 feet because he can move a total of 20 feet. So difficult terrain, that's 15 feet total. Then another 10 feet, so he is directly behind Roland.
Okay.
Still in the hallway. Squeeze.
Very good. Morgan?
Morgan's going to pretty much follow suit, but I think I might have enough movement just to get... Alright, so that's one move. It's just 5 feet. Or I can get inside here before it starts squeezing. So then I'll go 15 more feet. Nope, that would put me on top of Roland, I think. Oops. So yeah, I'm right behind Vincent.
Okay. Right behind Vincent. Tia, that brings us to you. I'm assuming you're going to close the door.
Yeah, take a step up, close the door.
Actually,
okay.
she doesn't. She stands there and then slams her hand down on the the module.
I
thing.
shoot the concussed guy.
Yes, shoot the concussed guy.
Finally,
This is my road now.
Breaking out the drill.
Yep.
Get ready for the trepanning.
No, it's over the. She hacks the computer, and you hear on the intercoms, "I am the captain now. I am assuming control of this vessel."
I mean, technically you can. It's just that it would be very dangerous to do so.
Probably kill us all. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, evil Hestia now is like, man, how awesome would that be? To
That's
have
like
a
a
crazy
STF con, like,
alternate
side bit.
universe.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We'll put a pin in that. But yes, I move up and close the door.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I would theoretically have one more action if I needed to move like Mantis to be in a better position to do a thing.
You don't.
But okay, that's all I was really asking is like, is there any point in talking about this anymore? But yeah, door's closed.
At the moment, no, there's not. You know, it's good. It's good.
All right, so door's closed. Gadrick, as a ready to action, opens the door in front of him.
All right, Gadrick. So you go to spin that wheel
Spin
to
that
open
wheel.
the hatch, and
That
we'll
happens
see you.
before- Oh, wow. We don't even get the room description.
Okay, nope. You don't get the room. You'll get find out next time. on
Spin
Lurk
that
Alert.
wheel and get a bankrupt.
Lurf, lurf.
Damn.